How about Randy, Brooklyn, New York, the great WABC? Go.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Very well, thank you, sir.
How's your father doing?
My father, well, thanks for asking. My father, he's 87 and a half, and he's doing okay, thank you.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. So, do you remember when the Berlin Wall fell, the carnage that took place, all the tens of thousands of people that were slaughtered in taking the wall down? Oh, no, wait a minute. Nobody got killed then. It was, I guess, unless they got hit by falling concrete. I digress. You're right. Anyway, I wanted to say, Ben Bernanke, he did the quantitative easing again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Thomas Jefferson said, Ben Bernanke is a greater threat to the liberty of the people than is a standing army. And I'm sure this was politically motivated because Romney said he was going to fire him. And so this is to put the fix in to juice the market so that...
I think you're exactly right. I don't know that it'll work, but you're exactly right. Bernanke is a disaster.
Juice the stock market.
Yeah.
And so would you say that fixing the election is an action of a dictator? As I recall, last August 23rd, you went on a rant about Obama, and you asked the question: are these the actions of a dictator? And you enumerated something like the Nightmare Act, the Dream Act, and a couple of other things.
Well, yes, those are the actions. Those are the act. Look, when you take actions that violate the Constitution, and you do it despite and you announce proudly that I don't agree with this law, so I'm not going to enforce it. If Congress doesn't act, I will. Those are despotic comments. And yes, Bernanke has dictatorial powers too. And he's exercising them. And these two guys obviously like each other. Randy, I got to go. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate the call. You take care. Yeah, in the introduction of Meritopia, I quote Justice Story, Abraham Lincoln, and Ronald Reagan. And all three of them make the point that the greatest threat that we face in this country is all around you. It's in the country. And there's no question about that. We got an enormous amount of work to do. It's very daunting. I said the other day on this program, not to upset people, and I've said to my friends and some very, very good friends, many of whom you know, who have programs and so forth, that we're not going to be able to turn the country around. We're not going to be able to reestablish constitutional government. We're not going to be able to reestablish respect for private property rights if we can't break through this Republican Party. Because we have to basically have a tool through which, an apparatus through which to operate. And we can't get to the Democrat Party until we get through the Republican Party. Now, given the nature of this election, we have to defeat Obama, and then we have to work on the Republican Party. We have to do it the other way around because we have no choice. And let's be honest, there wasn't a conservative running in the Republican primary that all conservatives were prepared to rally behind. Okay, so here we are. And I'm not going to lament that now. We've got a job to do. Register and vote. Register and vote. It's not hard. We just have to do it. Obama's got to go. Then we'll deal with the rest. And we must deal with the rest, I guess is my point. I think I've been saying now for 18 or 24 months, I honestly believe Boehner must go. I don't think that's going to happen right away. They have a system within the House of Representatives where a guy like Boehner is very effective at amassing power, where he can punish and reward. But he's got to go because he's not prepared to do what has to be done. He's a coward. I'm the only host who will say it, and I mean it.